All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Colecast presentation. I'm your casting host, Beef, and we're bringing you more Dreamhack Summer 2013 Losers Bracket Round of 4 here in the championships. Impunity down 0-1 right now. They have their backs to a wall and are only one game away from being eliminated from the DHS 13 tournament. stayGreen, they're looking to advance to the top 4 and close the series out 2-0. We'll find out if we end it right now or go to a game 3. I'm, of course, joined by my casting host, Sender of Team Internet Gangsters. And Sender, what's going on, buddy?
Pretty excited for this game. The last game, Impunity, it wasn't the best game for them, but they did make a good showing. And Kiddo was doing a lot of work on that rally. Maybe if they scouted the lanes a little better, they could have set it up to have a little bit more success. But, now they're in game 2. And I think they've decided that they don't want to run a jungler. Not to make fun of Chuyu, but he hasn't had the best run on the jungle heroes this weekend. And I think as a team, they've just decided we're going to run the good old double supports and take it from there.
And it definitely does seem like something they're a little bit more comfortable with. Shuyu does come from that support role for the most part, with his history of Orange Esports Malaysia. Did occasionally play something like the Wild Soul, and I think I've seen him play others as well, but always seemed a little bit more comfortable and very, very strong in that support role. So looking forward to seeing a double support lineup. And speaking of those junglers, banning out quite a few of them. Keeper of the Forest, Wild Soul, Ophelia, and Tempest being banned out here. And Parasite, the only other normal jungler, will make it in first into the lock pool.
And if Impunity can trade Engineer for Parasite, it's a pretty good trade. They'll be trading away a hero they don't really want to play for Engineer, which is arguably the strongest support hero in the game. Very good control in team fights, good laner, and just an overall strong hero. Yeah. And then SG decided to lock the Lodestone. Probably a hero. He's the only melee stunner in the lockpicking phase, so it's a little awkward if they don't want to first pick him. They actually would probably first pick Lodestone because there are a lot of supports, so they will have a flexible lineup. They won't really need the Parasite. So Minut's once again putting himself in a pretty good position once he saw the double supports coming up from Impunity.
Yeah, not bad at all. Glacier is going to be coming out here, and then the final lock from Impunity. This one's going to really be quite interesting to see how this draft does break down. We'll see if maybe something like the rally gets inserted here, or if they'll go for maybe something, I don't know. We'll see.
Wretched I'd like to see the rally. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in saying that Minus will first draft Lodestone. And Mirax is going for a favorite of Kiddo. I would have preferred Rally, just a higher power level of a hero, a little bit more OP if you want to use those terms. But Mirax is obviously Kiddo's favorite melee stunner, so a comfort hero is always a great way to come back in a series, especially at a LAN event.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. We've seen multiple times from teams like VDT just how strong those comfort heroes can be. And now it's going to be up to Impunity to ban out that Rally if they are looking to make sure that SG does not first pick it. Of course, other strong heroes up on the board going to be something like that. Pebbles, the Master of Arms, Deadwood. We'll see if those ones get banned out. First ban here is Fade from Minuts. Going to be eliminating the Initiators perhaps once more.
If I'm facing SGEU, I don't think I would target the MOA ban. Sure, it's a great hero and is very powerful, but it doesn't really feel like their flavor. I feel like when they pick a hard carry or pick a carry, they like to give Haxer and some of these more hard carries or heroes like Sandwraith that can have a little bit more active role and have I just feel like that MOA is not really their style, so maybe they could better fit on some other bans.
Yeah, that's a very real possibility here. And so far, that Master of Arms not going to be picked up. It's worth saying that he isn't necessarily going to be picked up for that carry role, but could be used in a support role.
So. Minuts did ban the Moon Queen, which is a little odd. They've been very comfortable with their opponents picking Moon Queen if they got the Sandwraith. So maybe this is saying he thinks Impunity will ban a carry, and then maybe he'll leave just one carry left in the pool. But I'm not quite sure what he's going for with that Moon Queen ban.
And Master of Arms is last picked, leaves Rally on the board. Shadow picked already here by SG and immediately picked up. So Impunity giving away the Rally and instead favoring a ban on a hero like a Luna. This is just so strange to me.
Yeah, Luna has really fallen off. He's still a very powerful hero, but a a lot of people would agree that Torture and Engineer and even Pyromancer can offer more than an Luna nowadays. And SCA seeing they still favor that Luna.
Yeah, they do tend to rank their heroes in a little bit different kind of a style than we do here in the NAEU scene, but they can certainly make those strategies work sometimes. Magnus and Monkey King going to be coming out the double M's here for Impunity, and that's a strong start to a team, that's for sure. A lot of reach.
So they go with the Mag Monkey King. The question is, what are they gonna pick with this third hero? Are they looking for the double supports in the lock pool? Are they looking for Kiddo's hero in the Maraxis? And sGeu following up with a Wretched Hag. So Wretched Hag is a great hero, but I tend to like him more when you have this huge AoE teamfight controller, mainly the tree, sometimes a Magnus. But the rally compel is nice, but I don't feel like it's going to be the biggest setup for a Wretched Hag Bat Blast.
What if they are able to pick up Flux and then first pick Monkey King? Like, how,
I mean,
be,
first pick
or
Lodestone
first pick
or Ingi.
Engineer, excuse me.
Oh yeah, that'd be really good actually. They would fit. It'd fit their lineup.
Yeah,
That's a nice call, Beef.
that's something that I would like to see Master Drafter Beef. I've been taking lessons from B Kid. Dampier going to come out though, so that's going to be the carry. Wretched Hag most likely going to be run solo by Limp with a rally suicide,
No,
probably.
no, no, no.
What?
What? Wretched Hag is like Zai's one. That's one of Zai's notable heroes. Remember
Oh,
back
excuse
in?
me. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm completely insane. You're 100% right.
I mean, Zai plays a good rally, but so does Limp. And Dampier is obviously going to Haxorn, and Wretched Hag is Zai's. Like when he was playing the like kind of the carry slot, he was most notable on the Wild Soul and the Hag in the long lane, and in making some big carry plays in the end game.
Yeah, so we'll see. There is a possibility to swap him up. I mean, Limp does play that Ratchet Hag from time to time, and Zai, of course, experienced in the long lane with Rally, but I think it's more likely that Zai is going to be on that Ratchet Hag, like you indicated. Dampier, there's no question about that, though. That is 100% going to Haxorin, who we've seen a couple of times Grimoire power as early as 13 minutes. I'd love if Crowslaw was around to actually get us a stat on the average Grimoire power time here for Haxorin's Dampier.
So they go with the Dark Lady. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think I would have preferred the Sand Wraith if that's still in the pool. And just because it fits well with the Monkey King. Monkey King's active, and the Sand Wraith can assist him in getting kills. But they chose the Dark Lady, and hopefully they can make it work for their sake.
And they're going to have to really protect the farm here, and we saw that was something they had trouble with in the last game. Most likely we'll be running the double support as we indicated, and Engineer.
I'd like to see Torture.
Yeah, I agree. Glacius is going to come out, so the Torture going to be donated to SG, and I would have thought that the Tort just fit better with their lineup, and then Tort definitely fit better with SG's lineup, so you'd want to deny that, but feeling comfortable with
SG
Glacius.
wanted the stuns. They're kind of lacking stuns before they picked up the Torture, so that's why they wanted that, and they wanted the AoE. Whereas it's kind of a mix of both for Impunity. Glacius is better for the Monkey King in the dual lane mid, if that's where they choose to run it. Actually, I'm not sure how they're gonna lane this. They could do something like Glacius Dark Lady top and Ingi Monkey King mid, but it requires a lot of teamwork and you have to be very spot on with your kegs and just your communication. And I think they will because it's Shuyu and Kiddo, and whenever Shuyu has not been on this jungler role, I think Kiddo has been laning with Shuyu.
Yeah, definitely two players that do have a lot of experience together, both coming from the Orange Esports Malaysia team, and they've been playing together for, from what I recall, at least a year and a half together.
So,
very comfortable.
Judging from the fact that Dark Lady has pooled regen, I think Impunity are going to take a book or a play from SG's playbook, and they're going to run the aggressive tri-lane. They're going to block some Parasite camps, try to keep this Dampier down, and they're just going to put Dark Lady in the short lane 1v1. But maybe SGE will see it coming, and they'll adapt and get an edge from this laning phase.
Yeah, we will have to see. And right now, they're just going to go ahead and run through. No wards being dropped just yet. Now, Misser, knowing that he is going to be in a relatively safe position, going to start to ward maybe Engineer even doing a little bit more scouting out. And 4 players going to chill here. And Dark Lady is now going to head up to the top lane. So good call on that one.
And let's see, we have Minus going in the aggressive jungle. Fitsky staying up here. So they are calling it now. They're going to put Dampier in the mid lane. They're going to put Wretched Hag in the short lane. So this is exactly the kind of reaction they need. And it's going to... Hag should get some EXP in the short lane. And if they can just protect Haxor in mid, they should be in a very excellent position on the sGeu side. So this is back-to-back games where we're seeing lane calling taking a huge step in the early game in favor of sGeu side, and we're just gonna have to see how Impunity reacts.
Yeah, so gonna be very fun to watch, and Wretched Hag will not die most likely, at least not easily down here. And if they do make that rotation, then they might be able to set up an easier time in the middle lane, and you definitely do want to shut down Dampier. I mean, this is definitely a hero that is quite strong. I mean, first pick potential perhaps, and definitely one of Haxorn's most favorite heroes.
So Impunity can do a couple things here. They can try to win 2 lanes and just have Dark Lady use Tainted Soul and Hatchet, because Dark Lady is a pretty good short lane solo. He can get a fair amount of CS still, but they need to make sure they shut down this Hag and this Dampier effectively if they're going to trade this off.
Yeah, they really need to actually do some zoning, but unfortunately Glacius not able to get quite into zoning range just yet. Will now go over there and is quite easily dodging the range of the archers, so good job from Miss Air trying to push Haxorn back, but now the wave is going to push onto the other side, and Hax should continue to get pretty good experience. Not going to be getting much in the way of farm, though, so that's not ideal.
I would like to see this Glacius gank bottom, and then after they get the kill, rotate Engineer mid. Engineer is really not that good at zoning out a Wretched Hag, where Glacius would be way better.
They are swapping up, it looks like. Gonna camp the bottom rune where refreshment will be picked up by Engineer, but Engie just heads mid, so they're not gonna go for the gank, but I do like the swap here at least.
Yeah, the swap is good. Maybe they think sGeu is too good to not call these lane swaps, and actually in the middle lane.
Yeah, nice dodge on the keg. Turret gonna miss as well, so unfortunately for Shu, those are spells that you need to hit. If they had connected, there's a good chance Dampier might have died.
Yeah, it's a possibility. But I was getting back to maybe they're respecting sGeu too much, too good. They'll think, oh, there's no way they don't call this. We're just going to be wasting our time. But, you know, sometimes when you expect your opponents to make the correct play, you miss out on opportunities. But in the end, they're still good. They're going to shut down these 2 heroes effectively, or should.
They should, but so far they're not. And you've also got the top lane rally is pretty much free farming. Dark Lady's not able to get any farm up here. Fitsky doing a fantastic job of zoning. Will aggro a Warlock, though, so Fitsky actually going to be a little bit upset about that because it's going to cause his lane to push just a tiny bit here in a second. And is not going to be able to continue zoning. Parasite, level 4, manning up against the Engineer, and we'll be able to land a couple of auto attacks.
Oh, he's going to fall here.
Most likely, the chain reaction stun is going to hit. Monkey King going in, uses the vault, but Dampier comes in. Dampier going to get the kill with the Terrorize, and that was a pretty big mistake from Impunity. That Engineer just caught way out of position, and Fitzy's Ward of Sight doing a great job providing the vision. That's what he was doing, was actually trying to counter that ward.
And it did leave a little bit of space for this Dark Lady to get a little bit of EXP and a couple creep kills, but still a great event for sGeu. Now Haxorn's at 300 gold per minute in this mid lane. When he was 1v2, they probably won't be able to shut him down any further, and they're in a pretty good spot from here on now.
So Dampier having a good time, gets that bottle, already on his way to having a high KDR. Did have a couple stats come in here from Crow's Law, of course, the stats man over there for Honcast On Tour, and one of the awesome journalists as well. Dampier well off already to a high KDR. Wretched Hag is going to try to blink away here, but
he's going to fall
down the trees. No, she's trying to get away and not going to be able to S2 his way down that cliff.
Really nicely played by Impunity.
Yeah, very, very well done. Using the treater as well as the hatchet to make sure to get the rundown.
I would like to see Glacius rotate mid, get a mana potion. They have a haste rune on Monkey King. They can go really deep for this kill, and they really need to get it. Haxion's farming too well. They need to take him down a step.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Top lane, unfortunately, Dark Lady, he hit that ballista for no reason and is going to get dove here. Parasite going to come in, is going to get the leech. Dark Lady charging strikes away. The auto attacks are going to be enough, and Lady Ricardo will drop middle lane. Monkey King having used the haste to run away. Nice dodge from Dampier.
Oh,
making sure that Keg doesn't connect. And Hax is completely outplaying them.
Yeah, Shuyu being a little bit uncharacteristic, from my memory, he's been one of the most mechanically solid players I've ever seen play Han, and unfortunately just missing a couple spells in this game.
I would say missing almost all of the spells in this game. Gonna use the vault here, and a second vault gonna come in. No coordination though. The Keg misses. There's the Timer blocks into the Ice Imprisonment. Yeah, depending on the body blocks. Are the body blocks going to be enough? They are not. Monkey King gonna get shot by the tower. That was... Oh, God. Engineer's even going to take some damage from the tower. Impunity is... I don't know.
Oh, if you just held the Keg for the ice block, that would have been a confirmed kill. And now Haxton gets away. Sure, he's not farming, but that was a kill they really needed.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Already down to a 3,000 experience deficit. Parasite hanging out in the middle lane. I don't know. sGeu off to another great start in this game. Dark Lady being played by Lady Ricardo once again, sub 100 gold per minute. And Impunity has not been able to protect his farm. Parasite is getting gone out in the middle lane. But looks like Parasite and Monkey King will be just fine.
You know, in the previous game, they shut down the Lady Ricardo, but in return, we had Kiddo doing lots of work. But this game, he's not getting the same start. And he might be in a little... No, he's going to be fine. Okay.
Yeah, instead, Enkindler will be farming pretty well on this Magmus, but a Magmus versus a farmed rally, it's not necessarily the same thing. And even that farmed rally last game wasn't enough to help out carry. Right now, that rally on the other team is sitting at 400 gold per minute. The Dampier that was 1v2 and at times 1v3 is sitting at 250 gold per minute. And Dampier is actually just going to go ahead and man up on Monkey King a little bit. He's having a real good time.
Impunity are a little... I mean, they're 2,000 gold, 3,000 EXP behind. It's still recoverable. A couple kills, and the stats will probably even out a little bit. Yeah, so they just need to make a couple plays. They need to kill the Dampier. Maybe the Wretched Hag
is diving like crazy in the bottom lane. Enkindler was at 100% life, and
they're going to turn.
Yeah, they definitely are. Good bait. Okay. Never mind. Great bait.
But they do get a tower. I think SG will be okay with that trade. A little greedy by Zai's part. And Dampier might be in trouble in the middle lane.
I was a lot greedy by Zai.
Yeah, he should have just got out.
Monkey King is going to use the dashing strike middle. There's the first vault coming in.
Come on,
Dark Lady
Shuyu
is there. Shuyu misses the Keg once more.
Come on, land the turret.
Drop the turret. There's the turret this time. Dark Lady will most likely drop to the tower. Oh, horrible body block. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Shuyu.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
I feel like this game would be a whole nother story if Shuyu... Oh, and he's gonna die.
Oh. Poor Shuyu. I love this guy. He's so nice. But he has had a less than stellar game right here. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but if they want to win this game, he's going to need to step his game up a lot.
Indeed. And I think SG are going to get an uncontested tower kill in this middle lane.
Well, Glacius is there. Monkey King showing up as well, flying around on that Nimbus Cloud Invis. There's the Compel going to be used on to rally, and Seismic Slam finishes him off. Monkey King not going to go for the deny. I think that was probably smart. I guess, is he Invis or not? No, he's not going to be Invis. Okay, so he did go for the attempted deny face.
He does have team support.
Oh, there's the Keg finally going to connect. Magmus going to go in with the Lava Surge. Nice Keg finally. But Magmus is the one that's most likely going to go down. Using the Steam Bath, the auto attack damage is going to be going in. Nice Heavenly Vault, though, and that should save Mag. Yes, sGeu will back up from here.
And Dampier might be in a little bit of trouble. He's kind of isolated. No, he's fine. And the supports might fall for Impunity.
Keg going to miss again. Torture really wants to make the rotation happen. But now Tort could be the one that's a little bit caught out. segregated from his team that was off in the bottom lane.
And let's see, what's sGeu's next game step in this game? I think right now they're just going back to farming. Minus is taking control of his own jungle once again.
Oh, middle lane, Dampier is going to be in trouble. The Ice Imprisonment going to be used after the flight. Dark Lady going to get back in. Oh, Dark Lady gets gone on by Dampier. The tree respawn maybe saving him. Yes, Lady Ricardo will get out. Now Torture going to be coming back in. Chain Reaction connects on to Miss Air, and Rally going to finish him off. Down goes Fitsky at the hands of Kiddo, but here comes Parasite. Gets the leech off. Lava Surge going to connect with the Eruption. Magnus going to get it off. Not going to be getting a kill just yet. There's the nice keg finishing off Engineer. The turret going to miss. Nice dodge by Rally, and it looks like Impunity will fall back after that one.
Dampier once more. I think they should get away though. Alright, so pretty good exchange of events for Impunity. Was a 2-for-1, and finally landing some spells by sGeu, so he's stepping up his game, what we wanted to see, and not as much other than what Zai was farming during that whole exchange, getting his steam boots. Now he just needs investments, and he should be in a pretty good spot to recover and to start getting some farm.
Yeah, not bad. He's at 250 gold per minute right now, but he's got players that are farming well in other spots that should create space for him. Notably Limp, 3-0 and 0, 420 gold per minute. Taking out a triple stack jungle camp right now as we do go into a pause.
Oh, action in the middle lane. Fitsky does drop.
Glacial Downpour from Miss Air. Big plays.
Yep, another kill, exactly what they needed. I don't think they're going to get a tower kill out of this. They don't exactly have the best pushing heroes, but a kill's a kill, and it's going to give more gold to this Monkey King.
I'm just zoomed in here, looking at how shiny this is on my screen. Unfortunately, it looks like sGeu's computer having a little bit of issues, so they're going to go ahead and give him a minute to get reconnected into this game, and then we'll be getting resumed. But a nice kill onto Fitsky, and you need to take everything you can get here when you are Impunity. And so far, this game really hasn't been about the hero kills. Both teams have been trading evenly in that regard. It's about the farm. And right now, sGeu talking about 62 CS on Rally, and then 3 more players between 30 and 35, as opposed to just 3 farming players on this Hellborn team, and none of them above 50 CS. So,
though, if Endkindler can get the portal key at the level 11, they will have the better team fight control. Even though sGeu's in the elite, just a Magnus with a portal key does offer a lot to a team fight. He does have a better stun. He can get some good 3 or 4 man lava surges if sGeu does mess up a bit. So look for Endkindler to make some big plays when he gets that portal key.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to seeing how effective he can be with that portal key eruption. That could be something that can turn the tide. One of those team fight controllers, like you said at the beginning of this cast. Talking once more about this Dampier, though, I feel bad because I was like, Crowslaw, give me some stats, and then I haven't been able to use those stats just yet. Dampier is right now sitting at 302 gold per minute. Average time for a first item Grimoire is 17 minutes, so Hector unfortunately is not going to be getting to that time just because he was in that 1v2 lane, hasn't been allowed to free farm up to that 400, 450 gold per minute style, but he is looking good in terms of the KD. Average KDR sitting at 6.8 from the Han Tour qualifiers for all Dampier players, and it's pretty big. And I've definitely seen Haxorn have some massive amounts of success on this hero before.
He has had a lot of success on this hero, and I would still expect him to go light brand into Grimoire. 300 gold per minute still is fairly good, and his team's doing good, so he will have the space to farm the item, and they're not going to be taking this game early, even though they do have an early game advantage. Can't push base unless they get another series of a lot of kills or some good team fights going. They're just going to have to keep farming and just take this long game and just out-farm Impunity and to get the win. So sGeu is reconnecting to the game. I would like sGeu though to get level 6, get the boots, maybe go to the pole or just kill some jungle creeps or try to find a kill. He's very close to the boots, probably close to level 6. Just needs to get a little bit more of golden EXP, and he should be in a great spot to have a huge impact in this game.
Yeah, once you get that energy field, it really does change the way that that hero is played. It's just, I don't know if there's any other level 6 ultimate on a support that does more. Maybe Nymphora, if you're teamed up with somebody that has a lot of farm and is going to be able to consistently get pickoffs every time you use that ult. But definitely a huge reason why that hero is picked up.
And another thing to note is sGeu only has 2 range heroes, and it does take 3 hits to kill the engineer field. So unless there's a melee hero already inside of it and the heroes are in perfect positions to one-hit it and some good team communication, it will be kind of difficult to take down.
Yeah, going to be causing a lot of chaos in the middle of the team fights. Monkey King is going to attempt for a kill on Rally here, and he should get it. Going to get the Heavenly Vault, and that's a really nice pick off from Kiddo, bringing home 399 gold and putting a stop to Rally's farm, as Rally was just about to pick something up from town.
It looks like Minus is a little salty, and at the start of this weekend we were criticizing Kiddo a little bit, but something happened yesterday. This guy has the fire back, and he's just been owning every game I see. He's just been playing fantastic.
Yeah, doing very, very well. Yeah, Minus not happy with that kill. I think as soon as he actually rotated off of that captain/drafter position, I think he has been playing a lot better, and this is actually something I've talked with multiple players about. The way that they feel the game is different when you're sitting in that captain seat. Keizu notably talking about his experience with blackfade.org when he was the captain, and felt like he was just a much worse player at the time because he was having to allocate so much of his attention to watching the map and making play calls. Now that he's able to sit back and just be a player and leave the captaining up to Swindle Mullins, he feels like he is able to execute much better.
You know, it does relieve a lot of less pressure. You can just focus on your own game, like you said, and maybe that's the reason. But I mean, something else tells me that's not what happened. But you know, it could be.
Damn, Sender. I thought I was bringing the insight.
No, I mean, honestly, I just think his team talked to him and they helped him through it. And I don't think it has anything to do with being a captain or pressure. But
well,
you could be right.
Something changed, and he has been playing.
That's
a lot
what's
better.
important.
There you go.
And Magnus will have his portal key after kill the Ancients. He does need to get level 11. You know, it's still early in the game, and if he can get that hurdle before the next... I mean, he's not going to have it for the next team fight, probably. But if he can get it relatively fast, it will be a huge difference maker.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Impunity just going to fall back now. Going to continue trying to farm. That portal key is on the way for Magnus. Zai choosing to pick up, what the heck is that called? A Grave Locket, as well as a Neophyte's book. So choosing not to go with the Mystic Vestments, at least just yet. Could vendor Minor Totem and free up another slot for the Mystic Vestments here in a second. But he'll need a little bit more farm. Neophyte's book, though, what do you think the first item is going to be for Wretched Hag?
Probably Light Brand. That could be a puzzle box, which wouldn't be a bad decision. It could also be a tablet. I would suspect it would be a Light Brand. Oh, in middle lane, a little bit of action.
Kiddo, even with all that armor, does drop. Minut's picking up the kill. And his saltiness is rewarded with these sweet, salty tears of Monkey King.
But yeah, back to Zai. Puzzle box is pretty good, but it's probably the Light Brand. Both good item pickups. And how did the rally catch him? He doesn't have a blink dagger. Did he have a rune, or was Kiddo just out of position there?
I am not sure. I saw him walking up the river there, but I didn't see if he was invis or anything.
Okay. So, I mean, the game's still pretty static. However, Dark Lady, she's not really recovering. She has some levels, but she's still sub 200 gold per minute. Won't have the Rune Cleaver anytime soon. Maybe she is going to Soul Scream Ring, so maybe she's going to go like Energizer Dawnbringer or something like that.
Lane, Novi Pirat is going to get caught out. There's the Eruption being used, but no secondary lockdown going to be coming in. Wretched Hag gets the Bat Blast only onto Engineer. Nice. There's the energy field, and Magnus will catch out Zai, gets the kill onto him. Meanwhile, and Shiyu going to try to TP on out. Monkey King going in. Monkey King sacrificing himself. Engineer canceled the TP to try to help Monkey King. Now he's dead. Magnus is stuck down there as well. No mana for a TP. Oh, the courier actually spots him out here as well. Immediately, sGeu going to come over, and they're going to try to pick up this free kill. Now, Magnus does have the power supply. Not even going to matter.
Oh, he was one mana short of the
Yes,
blink.
he
You know,
was.
he may still have fallen, but huge blunder by Impunity, huge dive, and now their deficit that was not too small before is now just 10k, and that might be a little bit too much to recover from.
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility when your Dark Lady is sitting on only 170 gold. She's been recovering, but like you said, not going to be anywhere near that Rune Cleaver anytime soon. And Magnus, we saw him pick up that portal key. I don't know, the way that he used it was really odd. Used the portal key, then Lava Surge, then Eruption, when he had a perfect opportunity to actually channel up the Eruption first. If they had gotten the full damage onto Wretched Hag immediately from the Eruption, rather than losing half the damage on the Eruption, then Zai would have been dead, and they wouldn't have had to dove that tower, and they wouldn't have lost 4 players.
Yeah, kind of some misplays, but Impunity will still try to recover from it. But back to what I was getting at before, I think it's pretty safe to say Dark Lady will go Energizer and then say something like Dawnbringer, but maybe run Soul Screaming for some stats. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. However, he requires a lot of gold for all those items.
Honestly, I kind of feel like Lady Ricardo thinks he's building a Ring of Aquila. Like, this is a Dota player, actually. Like the fill-in here. I've been told that he is a Dota player.
Oh.
I think he thinks he's going to build a Ring of Aquila right now. As I talked with Emperor yesterday, he was saying he saw somebody that thought they were building a Shadow Blade, which is 3,000 gold, versus an Assassin's Shroud that's 3,300, and thought they could build it, sold the items again, then rebought it at 3,300.
Yeah, I remember that. Wait, who was the player that couldn't go?
I'm not sure.
I thought Kendler was the last replay. Did they really have 2 stand-ins on this team?
I think they did. I could be wrong here.
That's just really unfortunate.
I could be wrong, but I know a lot of these players down there do play Dota 2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll see when he finishes up.
Well, he's gonna die in this middle lane.
You're dead.
And yes, will drop, so that Ring of Aquila going to be forever delayed.
Literally, but
Oh, Novi, excuse me. Minot's going to be going in the bottom lane. Gets a pick off. Magnus gets the big eruption into a lava surge. Is it going to be enough? Monkey King flip-flopping around. Kills the Torture. Parasite going to be trying to man up here. And down goes Monkey King. Magnus going to take the Compel. Bat Blast into a Sonar Scream. And Mag goes down. Genocide in favor of sGeu. 15k gold and experience. And there's the Light Brand picked up, man. I think this might be game right here. I think Impunity's time in Sweden might soon be coming to a close.
yeah, I mean, Darkly does finally pick up the Energizer 19 minutes in, but just a little bit too late, and you know, they're gonna stay in the game a little bit longer, but I'm pretty sure sGeu is gonna bring the pressure, and they're gonna be looking to close this game out in the next couple minutes.
They're gonna try. 3 Light Brands picked up, so 3 Grimoires likely on the way. Monkey King going to be going for a Shrunken Head, so no damage on him, and he's still going to be extremely squishy. Less than 1,000 life. If
He might get a kill on this Parasite in the mid lane.
Well, he's going to use the Leech, but the freeze just a little bit too long of duration. That is a max level freeze coming out of Misair.
Oh wow, he leveled that over. Okay, I like that against Rally and Hag, leveling the Ice Imprisonment as your primary. But it's not really going to matter in this game too much, most likely.
Oh, he's using his flippy flop in the middle lane. Rally's going to go in. Compel going to finish off Glacius immediately. Magma's going to be going in. Keg's going to connect onto Rally. Energy Field going to be dropped in the background as Dark Lady will try to retreat, and the Seismic Slam was held there. Looks like the Hellborn team just going to go ahead and back up. Monkey King bottling up illusions. Oh, deep dive, and they will pick off Dark Lady. Did she stop to farm creeps?
No, I'm pretty sure she was still running for her life. It's just the Blink Dagger on Rally was too much for her.
Oh. Rough times here for Impunity, losing 2 more players. Everybody else having to back on up, and their recourse at this point is I don't know what they do. This is going to be really rough. There's Dampier, a little bit longer than average to get that Grimoire, but he does have it up. Zai is going to have one in 1,000 gold. Minuts is going to have one in 2,000 gold. And they are going to put out so much stupidly high burst damage on sGeu.
I mean, this game is probably just going to be in sGeu's hands. It's going to be their game to lose at this point, and Impunity could make a few plays, looked at some pickoffs, but it would require quite a few, and it's going to take a lot of good team fights to come back in this game.
sGeu goes down once more. Minuts picking up his 6th kill of the game, and that's the power of the Codex here on Parasite. Soul's Bulwark coming out from Rally as more and more item pickups are made by SG, continuing to expand upon that lead. Bottom lane being pressured by Novi Pirat, and this tower is dropping relatively quickly. There's the Grimoire pattern picked up by Zai, and I don't know if he already had the Blessed Orb. I don't think
he doesn't. He has 600 gold.
Oh, Seismic Sand finishes off Glacius mid. Monkey King trying to help. Dark Lady TP's in, but she's not going to be able to help either, and Limp walks away with, well, Impunity.
Impunity, I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Maybe they're looking for a kill here, but they don't really want to take a team fight.
Doesn't look like they do. Monkey King was kind of hanging around. Does have the Shrunken Head completed, which can do work in the middle of these team fights, but only sitting on level 12 right now, and no real damage still. He's only hitting for 128.
But he does need the Shrunken Head. There's a lot of magical bursts coming from this Legion side. It's pretty much all magical, a little bit of physical, but from the rally and the torture impalement. But he does need the Shrunken Head to stay alive to do the damage.
So at this point, sGeu just going to continue to farm. Impunity going to take whatever scraps they can find, but this resource advantage is expanding more and more by the minute. Portal Key picked up on Haxer, and his farm starting to take off 450 gold per minute. I don't know, the amount of map control here that sGeu has, they're just free to farm their opposing team's jungle. They're free to take their own Ancients. You can see 5-man Ancients being attempted here by Impunity. That's how scared they are.
They could have maybe even offered Conquer kill here, but it might just take too long. They probably just don't have the physical damage to kill it. And sGeu will take a free tower in this top lane. No contestation from Impunity will be had today.
Yeah, they're 100% too scared to make a contest for that. Torture walking up there. This is going to be 5, so we could see sGeu start to try to pressure the base. There is a Ward of Sight up on this high ground, and no Ward of Revelations currently on SG, so they're probably not going to stick around right now, knowing that they just don't have the vision to be in a safe position.
And they will just defend in base. You know, it is their last game of Dreamhack unless they pull a victory here, so might as well suffer another 20 or 30 minutes and just try to win.
Yeah, not going to give up until the fat lady sings, and while she's still warming up her vocal cords at this point. Top lane, there is a chase going on. Parasite on just red boots, but oh, Dampier going to get completely caught out here. Action will go down. Parasite going to be caught kind of as well, but he gets compelled away. Rally has the portal key, but holy crap, they used a ton of ults to kill him.
Yeah, you know, Magnus, that was a very unnecessary ultimate. If he didn't use that, he might have had the mana to chase another hero and get another hero kill. So in the end, that one hero pickoff just isn't quite enough.
And they get two towers and a hero kill onto Dark Lady for it, so I'm sure they're 100% actually okay with this trade. Grimoire just finished up on Zai as well, excuse me, on Minuts as well. I don't even know. It's still just getting more and more out of hand.
Even though they lost their Dampier, they still pulled ahead another like 4,000 gold during that exchange of events. So there was still a good trade for sGeu. And we have Fitsky finishing up the Astrolabe, I believe. So just to help them end the game, it's good for pushing. You can heal the creeps by 200 HP. The 1,000 health is not too big at this stage of the game, but it still helps. But it's mostly for pushing the tower in, the base tower.
Oh, looks like Parasite trying to go deep onto Engineer, but good use of the crowd control. And Parasite will actually hop into a creep. There's no way he's getting out of here, but going to delay the inevitable a bit. 5 players from the Hellborn team helping to get that kill. And I don't know. From the trademark team, they're just trying to pick up kills at this point. Or excuse me, the sGeu team. Wow. Trademark slip. I think that was the first of the tourney.
Yeah, I would prefer to see sGeu play a little bit tighter and just close the game. But it doesn't really matter. A kill here, a kill there. It doesn't matter as long as they're winning the team fights, which they should.
Yeah, they absolutely should. Dampier showing up in the middle lane as the impalement was activated by Fitsky. Looks like they might try to go for a dive. Dark Lady ultimate is going to be used. That puts a stop to any aggression that sGeu might have been trying to put out.
You know, I would have liked to see Impunity take that fight. It was 4-on-5. There was a hero porting in. They could have dropped the engineer field, have Magnus initiate. They could have maybe gotten like a couple kills there, and it was going to be looking to be one of the better fights they could take. But instead, they just wanted to fight in base, looking for sGeu to make a mistake that will put them back in this game.
And it's going to have to be a pretty big series of mistakes. Middle lane, Dampier going on to Dark Lady. Chain reaction connects the terrorizing flight, and the autos finish off TDL. 6 deaths now for Lady Ricardo. And Compel does connect. Seismic Slam takes down Engineer. Not able to get the energy field off in time. Monkey King going hard onto Rally, but Rally does not care. Dampier annihilates Glacius. There's the Eruption Lava Surge onto 3. Rally going to survive for now. The Deafening Roar going to be used, but down goes Magnus. The Bat Blast finishing him off, and Zai picking up a hat trick. Monkey King buying back to prevent the genocide, but he is going to drop so quick. There's the genocide. GG, well played. They're going out, and that's going to do it. sGeu takes the series 2-0 over Impunity. And man, our Singaporean team going to be eliminated here, and sGeu moves on to the top 4.
Indeed, sGeu does take the win here. sGeu had to control both games throughout the entire series, but Impunity, they didn't play too bad. They did make some plays. It wasn't a total stop in the first game, and unfortunately, they just got a little bit outplayed as a team. But it wasn't as bad as, say, their day 1 performance was.
No, not as bad at all, and it was definitely nice to see them put up a fight. Their day 2 with that win over Kung Fu Gaming. Definitely a lot of fun to watch, and I'm certainly glad that the team made it out from Southeast Asia to show what they got at Dreamhack Summer 2013. But stayGreen EU, one of the top 3 teams here in the North American European scene, showing why they went through 7-0 in groups, and unfortunately losing to SG International yesterday, but showing right now that they are not done just yet.
No, sGeu are definitely looking to recover. They move on to the next match to play the winner of VDT versus Myth S2Y, and they're very hungry to maintain their DreamHack's Summer Championship, and they'll be looking to get back into the the Grand Finals.
Oh, they certainly are, but guys, that is actually going to do it for our first series of the day. Dreamhack Summer 2013 Day 3 will continue with the loser bracket round of 2 matchup. That's going to be scheduled for about an hour and 15 minutes from now. So make sure to tune back in for that one at 14:30 CEST and 8:30 a.m. there on the East Coast. And, excuse me, not 8:30 a.m. Sorry about that. My God, what am I even talking about right now, Senator? Let me open up the schedule page because I've actually lost my mind here.
I believe it's at 14:30 CEST. So what? That's
5 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, and that's 14:30 CEST. Right?
It's currently 6:46 EST.
What am I on about right now, Senator? Okay, 8:30 a.m. EST. I was correct, right?
Okay.
Am I not insane? Am I insane? I'm losing my mind right now, Senator.
I'm kind of ignoring you right now, to be honest.
6:30 a.m. EST. I don't even know. I'm going to put up the graphic. The graphic can tell you because right now I actually can't do numbers.
Can't do the math. You're done.
There's the schedule right there. The next game is at 14:30 EST, which is 8:30. No, 14:30 CEST, which is 8:30. Oh, I hate my life right now, Sunday. This is.
I don't feel like doing the time conversions. I'm only good at.
This is ancients right now, man. Ancients. 8:30.
Here, Beef, I'll do the math. I'll help
8:30.
you out.
Which is
And,
an hour and 45 minutes from now. There we go. That makes sense. So an hour and 45 minutes from now at 8:30 EDT, that's going to be 14:30 CEST. We will have the losers bracket round of 2. Right now, the matchup is going on between VDT and Myth S2Y, but sGeu will take on the winner of that. And spoiler alert, VDT is up 1-0 right now with, from what I understand, was a pretty epic game number 1. So make sure to tune into twitch.tv/Honcast and check that one out. And guys, until then, we will bid you adieu. And we're going to be back with our next match in about an hour and 45 minutes. Beef, Sender, and Colecast